Welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is E. James. This is Z32 Workshop, and this behind me is my wife's 1992 Dodge Stealth RT that we're working on. Problems. So, let's go to what the issue is. So, my problem is this thing shredded a belt on the AC side, alternator side. And that was brand new, mind you. The issue gets to be, it's hard to see. If I can get the light to line up right, you can see it down there. The problem is this alternator here is brand new. I bought this car, it was new. The problem gets to be is that it is a 5-rib pulley instead of a 6-rib. That means this is meant for a single overhead cam engine, not a dual overhead cam engine. So the pulleys are different. Hence why the belt shredded itself. To this. One might ask, well, what about the belt that was on there? It ran beforehand, and it did. And that thing shredded itself. Was a once again was also a 6-rib belt that shredded itself. So I get the joys of taking this alternator out and swapping in one with the correct pulley on it. So we're gonna walk through the quick process of doing this. First off, disconnect negative battery. Don't need any issues there. Gonna undo the AC line here, which is this bolt here, nut there, 2 here. Pull that up out of the way so you can get this AC line out of the way. Next up, we'll go after connections for the alternator itself for the positive. Unhook it. There's a connector in there that snaps in, 1 bolt, and a bolt that holds the cable on. That's out. Once that happens, you've got 3 bolts on this side, 2 you can see really easy, a 3rd one that's on the bottom that actually holds the alternator. You have a nut here and then 2 here. Once you do that, you can remove that bracket. That'll make the alternator be loose. That's still not quite enough to get you out of here yet. Next up, we need to take off this bracketry here and this so we can move the radiator just a little bit and then undo these 2 apparently floppy connections for stuff that gives you enough room just to pull the alternator out. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. It's gonna be all time work for you guys, but that's the process. I'm mad that I didn't see this last time when I did the timing belt. I could have had this thing out and fixed then. I didn't. Bah, is what it is. So here we go, 3, 2, 1, time work. All right, come here, everybody. So yeah, timing cover needs to come off. Bracketry here needs to come off. You can leave that other pulley in to get it out. You need to unplug these guys. Gives you enough wiggle room here. Mike did not have the bolt here. That should have had it on. Let me get my hands up. You see this area here for the positive connection with the controller, and then you can get the alternator on out. That's because this thing didn't have standoff work, because it's the wrong freaking alternator. This guy's that. So next up we'll be putting one in, but I gotta get it off my other car. So that may be tonight, that may not be. It's hot in the garage. So for you guys, it'll be me reinstalling. So here we go. Boom, off time warp, guys. Sorry about this. The battery died, GoPro messed up. I thought I was getting footage, I was not. So the all new to me alternator is in. It's a 6-rib pulley. I found it easier to put it in with this AC fan out of the way, which is these 2 bolts here and 2 on the bottom. The 2 on the bottom you just need to loosen up and you can pull it out, along with these 2 connectors right here. They are color coded. And then I found the alternator easier to put in via putting the alternator down, putting the bracket in, and then putting the very first bolt in from the alternator to the bracket on before I mount it to the engine. I found that a lot easier. Don't forget, you gotta put these 2 in, and then these 2 13s. And then I start with this top one here, move to these 2, and then put the long one in because it's a little harder to get. And then slide this in to bring it up. Tighten everything down. You go down to the bottom here. I know there's no light in here, sorry guys. I do apologize, my lights are all dead too. Just tension it up pretty good. And then 14 millimeter here, 12 millimeter for the tightener, and then 14 millimeter to tighten the actual pulley. So yeah, that's the alternator to the job. Honestly, not that difficult once you just reconcile, you just gotta move stuff out of the way. I did find it easier to use a swivel to get to the very bottom bolt on the bracket that holds the bracket to the alternator for the 1 ear tab. So yeah, if you guys have any comments or questions, please hit me up. If you like this stuff, please like and subscribe. Every little bit counts. And I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care. Bye.